In the Business Edge, Accenture Interactive is out with trends and changes that are happening in society that company owners need to know. Joining us from the UK for all of the details, Mark Curtis, Head of Innovation and Thought Leadership at Accenture Interactive. Good to have you here. Tell us about your annual Fjord Trends report.
We've been doing Fjord Trends for 15 years, and it's really about what are the big things that are happening at the intersection between technology, humans, and business? And how will those things affect the way in which we think about designing new products and services and experiences over the next 1 to 5 years?
It's a brave new world. What can corporations learn from your study?
There are 5 we're talking about this year, and they're all pretty big. The first one is called Come As You Are, and it's about how we're resetting and rethinking and reframing who we are and the effect that has on both businesses as employers, but also what we buy. The second is about the way in which we're increasingly questioning our idea of consumerism. We call that the end of abundance thinking. A lot of that is driven by the challenges of the last 9 months around supply chain. The third is about the metaverse, maybe unsurprisingly this year because everyone's talking about it. We call that the next frontier, and it's about what are the key elements of the metaverse and why do they make a difference? The fourth we call This Much Is True, and that's about the new layers of information that people increasingly demand from things that they are buying and how difficult it is to supply those and why we have to and how we build trust off that. And the last is called Handle with Care, and that's about the way in which care has become an overriding obsession for people all around the world because of what's happened over the last 2 years has forced them to become carers or to care for carers.
Well, the most startling on that list is Metaverse. And this is not just Facebook. There are a number of tech companies working on the Metaverse, even some retailers.
What it will look like if it comes together is, and if we get the Metaverse that we believe is going to happen, is it will be a place where people will be able to move from one part of the Metaverse to another. They will be able to carry identity with them. They will be able to maybe forge new identities. They will be able to own and transact things. It will become a place where they mentally spend quite a lot of their lives. Now, whether that is a good or a bad thing, that is another question. And a lot depends on the ethics and the way in which we approach the metaverse. And that's going to be a very big question, which all thoughtful people will be asking about the metaverse over the next 2 to 3 years, because we've got the opportunity to build it in the right way now rather than the wrong way.
I certainly hope so. We do appreciate your coming on our show.
Pleasure. Thank you for asking me.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.